Dan RadioStyle, hope everybody out there is having themselves a great day. Too much importance on the thing we're manifesting pushes it away. It's all about consciousness. Goddard talks about it frequently. A lot of people are talking about it. And it really is the main game in town. You've got techniques and all these other things, but ultimately, techniques are meant to enhance your consciousness. Now, a lot of us are like, what is consciousness? Dan, what are you talking about? What is it? Well, it is slightly complex, I will give you that, but consciousness ultimately is a combination of your beliefs, your feelings, your understandings and realities, like within your own little world. Like, I understand that things are working out for me. I tend to have this feeling within myself that things tend to work out. I tend to be a little more positive in life. I tend to be kind of nicer to people. I tend to see a more positive outlook. And so that's kind of what the consciousness of myself is. Have you ever met somebody that you've hung out with for a few minutes and maybe they're super negative? Maybe they're constantly talking about bad things, how everything's horrible and all that stuff. Maybe that's you, right? Maybe you're the negative friend. But have you noticed how sometimes when you're hanging out with someone like that, it's tiring, it's tiresome, and you often will find yourself either making excuses not to hang out with them, wondering what happened, why you're not getting along with your friend, and you almost feel bad yourself. But ultimately, their consciousness is maybe very lack or very negative focused or very fear focused or very focused on all sorts of how everybody's horrible and anybody with money's bad. And here you are trying to manifest money and your best friend hates people with money. Makes it hard to hang out with them. That's consciousness. That's their energy. That's what they feel like. We feel like that to the people we love. We feel like that to the bosses we interview with. We feel like that to our friends. We feel like that to just random strangers that pop up to us. Some people understand that feeling a little better than others. Some people are way more conscious of what these feelings represent. Some people have no clue, don't pay attention, but subconsciously know, ooh, person feels bad, don't like hanging out with them. So one of the things that really matters when it comes to consciousness, Goddard talks about it again frequently, is having and matching the consciousness of the thing you desire. Now, it's a really interesting kind of point that comes with this, right? You want to be in vibrational resonance with what it is you desire. So if you're looking for love, you want to be more in that loving state. You want to be seeing love everywhere you are. You want to be noticing how cute it is when a mom is helping her little child, or how you notice two little animals loving each other, or whatever. But you're seeing love wherever you are. Why? Because you are love. And when you are love, your consciousness exudes that out. Your filters that you put on, as far as your glasses, right? Your filters you put on, you see mostly love everywhere you look. If love is what you're after, love is the consciousness you must attain, for sure. If you're lacking love, if you're not seeing love anywhere, but you're seeking love, you're not going to get it. You're not going to find it. Reason being is because your consciousness is so out of whack, you wouldn't really recognize love, one, if it showed up in front of you. Like for some of the people that their consciousness is not supporting love, but they want it, they might actually know their soulmate right now. Now, they may want a specific person. They may not have anyone in mind. Your friend, you have a good friend maybe that's chatting with you. But until you get your consciousness elevated to a point of love, this friend's never really going to react to you. Again, you feel like that negative friend, or you feel like someone that no one loves me, or you feel like I'm not good enough, or you feel like everybody gets better things than me, or you feel different. Now, if you feel good, if you feel great, if you feel like love, you're exuding love, you see love everywhere you go. When I bump into you, what I feel consciously is someone that's, wow, you seem really loving, you seem really happy, like you kind of almost glow, you radiate. That's your consciousness. So when those of us focus on lack, when we notice we don't have something, a lot of us try really hard to come up with ways to imagine that we have that something, and we consciously get ourselves there, and for a moment we feel it and we experience it, and we're like, yes, right now I have this thing. And then we stop the process, stop the technique, and we go about our day. And then what happens throughout the day is we keep noticing all the places where it's missing, where this thing's not at, where the fact that I'm trying to manifest something, I don't even see other people with it. Like, I am looking for it everywhere. I'm looking for it, and I don't see it. I don't know if you've heard the adage before. I certainly did, because I was guilty of these kinds of things. But the second you stop looking for love, you find it. And a lot of people are like, that's so funny. It's so cliche. And then there's a lot of people that are like, no, seriously, the second I stopped trying, the second I let go, the second I just said, I don't care, suddenly, there it was, right in front of my face. Now, that's because they'd already elevated their consciousness, but the difference was they were coming at it from a lack standpoint. When you're looking for something everywhere you're at, it's because you don't have it, right? Because if you have something, you don't go looking for it. I always joke, and I think it's the funniest phrase in the whole world. I say it all the time, but I think it's a hysterically funny phrase. Okay, it's not hysterically funny, but it's still funny. Everything is the last place you look for it. Well, duh. The hell would I go looking for it further once I find it? It's like, okay, there it is. I wonder if it's over here too. No, of course not. You just found it. That's where it's at. Guess what? Big surprise. Ding, ding, ding. You win the prize. Go off looking for something else. I'm going to have to be curious about you. So the thing is, a lot of us say, oh, I've got it. I know I've got it. I've got it. And I feel it all the time. And then immediately start looking for it. No, you don't have it. You don't have it. You don't believe you have it. And it's not already in you. Now, some people could be saying, yeah, I know. I want money. How the heck can I have money when I don't have money already? It's more of that I know money's coming to me. I know it's flowing. I know opportunities are coming before me, and I know that my money levels are going to start to increase faster and faster and faster and faster. And in but a time, I will be amazed when I look back. It's like, wow, your income level has changed a lot over the past year or two, and it will continue to do so. That's consciousness, not having the success or the money or the whatever, but realizing it's yours already, realizing that it exists already. So I don't wake up and look around, where's the money? Is there a dime under there? No, shucks, I need a dime. I can't make a phone call without it. Back in the days when we had payphones. Right? But that's the difference. But if I know the income's coming, I'm not looking for the dime because I know the dime's coming and I don't know where it's coming. I leave that up to God. I let him figure it out. He's going to magically bring it to me. Source, universe, consciousness. It's all going to bring it to me however it can. And I will continue to know that these things are happening and changing. And I continue to work towards those goals. In the case of me, for example, I still got my other job and I try to do a great job with that and I really, really enjoy it. And it's fun to get technically involved and work with people and try to run some of the meetings I run and try to organize some of the, basically, a bunch of cats, like trying to herd cats, as they say. It's basically what I do sometimes. And then I've got this other awesome thing with the YouTube that I get to watch grow and expand. And as my channel grows and expands, that enhances my life in amazing ways. And I'm experiencing it. I'm seeing it. Is it happening right now? Do I wake up every morning and go, how many subscribers do I have? No. Why? Because it's going to change over time. I'll tell you what, where it's at right now is not all that happy, but where it's going to be in a year, I'm still going to look at it and go, yeah, I want it bigger. It doesn't change. So you continue to grow, and I know that it is. That's the difference in consciousness. I'm not looking for it. When it comes to love, I know I'm a loving being. I know I'm a good guy. I know I'm attractive enough, right? I'm not stupid, crazy, ugly, right? I don't have like a big hole in the middle of my face or something weird, right? Like, I'm fine with that regard. I know that I offer a sense of humor, right? So when it comes to meeting people, I don't worry about it. Why? Because it's easy for me. It's easy for me because I've done it a lot of times, but my consciousness also makes me very approachable, makes me kind of fun to hang out with, and I enjoy hanging out with people, or persons. I don't like people as a group. I say it frequently, but I enjoy individuals a lot. I very much enjoy individuals. They're so much fun. It's so much fun to learn and listen and try to see life through another's eyes. It's awesome. I was talking about perspective the other day, right? Your eyes both see the same thing. They do. Each, close one, close the other, right? It sees the same thing. But the fact that they're an inch or two apart, that creates a stereo vision. That's what gives you that 3D perspective. That's what allows you to see depth. So by having additional perspective, it gives you way more clarity. So the big thing to remember, are you looking for your manifestation everywhere you're at? Are you looking for love in all the wrong places? Are you looking for the thing that you desire? Are you looking for a job, for example, rather than realizing that the perfect job exists and you're going to find it? Two very different things. I'm looking for a job. There's already a job for me, and I'm finding it. I'm being attracted towards it. I am finding it. It's happening. I'm looking. I don't know where it's at. It's under every rock I turn, but I can't seem to get past the interview. Oh, totally. There's a job for me, and I'm totally going to find it. And then the second I show up to interview, I'm going to own it because it's my job. Of course. Hello. I'm going to be the guy that stands out amongst everyone else. Two very different consciousnesses. One will give you success. One will get you another job. One will get you more love. One will get you time with your specific person. What if you're interested in a specific person? Maybe they're famous. We'll use kind of a more hyperbolic example, but it kind of works. Okay, so maybe they're famous. Maybe they're socialites, acolytes. Maybe they're out in public all the time. Maybe they're movie stars or famous DJs or famous YouTubers or whatever. They're famous somehow. And so they've got this kind of social scene that they're used to. That's kind of their world. They're very into kind of being amongst people and having people treat them differently and like they're special. And maybe they get flirted with an abnormal amount. I'm sure they do. And maybe you're the person that wants to be with them, but you're like kind of the quarterback, the couch quarterback, right? Like you don't really leave the house much. You don't really hang out with people. Don't really have a social circle. You don't really do any of that stuff, but you want to be with them. Your consciousness doesn't match. If you were someone that was free-flowing and out there and social and smart enough to carry on conversations with random people or whatever, right? That's going to be attractive to him or her or whoever the famous person is. But if you're someone that just hides in their house, no one really wants that when my whole life is about being out in front of people. And then I'm going to have someone at home that's going to be like, when are you going to be home? I miss you. Are they flirting with you again? No. The consciousness levels are hugely different. So they don't match. They don't mix. They're not going to happen. Manifestations happen when the consciousness matches, when the energies match, when what you're manifesting and you now resonate together. You're now in similar enough vicinity energetically that you come together and it's just a comfortable fit. And that's that time where you meet somebody, and someone asked this question recently as proof that it's everyone pushed out. I don't agree, but why is it that sometimes we meet people that we really get along with and sometimes we don't? Well, first off, if everyone's us pushed out, you shouldn't have altering examples of that. You should technically get along with everyone. But obviously sometimes people represent things that we don't like, and then when we really look at ourselves in the mirror, we're like, ooh, I kind of do that too. And also, sometimes when you meet someone that you're energetically aligned with, beautifully, when your consciousness and their consciousness are like synonymous, you're like a grapefruit and a big orange. Like, maybe different, but you're super similar. Those people, when they meet each other, those are the ones that are like, oh my God, I feel like I've known you my whole life. I feel like we're the same, because you are. You're the same little crazy universe. You're both orbiting around the same planet. And because of that, your consciousness obviously is the same. And because of that, you bumped into each other. So one of the big things to keep in mind, if you would be here, life would be great. It's a question that a lot of us say, right? If I could have this thing, life would be great. If I could have this person, life would be great. If I could have more money, life would be great. And the problem is whenever we say that, what we're saying to the universe is, life's not great. I don't think life's great. And consciously, that's what we're vibrating at. Life's not great. Doesn't matter what techniques you're doing. Doesn't matter if for half a second you feel like life's amazing and then you instantly fall back down to life's not that great. What's going to happen is you're going to manifest life's not that great. I don't care how many techniques you do. I don't care how many hours you do them. Every time we get back out into the real world and in our real heads and our real minds and our real consciousness, we revert back to that old consciousness. So if life's not great to you, if something's missing in your life, it's going to continue to miss until you realize that thing that you're missing, you already have or you already are. Now, in the case of a specific person, it's love. Being conscious of that. Being in the consciousness of love, of forgiveness, of caring about someone, of absolute, like just study up on love. One of my favorite books that I learned a major lesson from love, especially for guys, and probably women too, I assume. I don't know. Just know it from a guy perspective. But Marianne Williamson's A Return to Love, an amazing book. I don't think I link it below. It might be linked below, because that is definitely one of the books I'm very fond of. But it'll teach you to be able to produce love inside of yourself, which then projects love out into your world, which then, when you meet your SP, or when you talk to your SP, or when you text your SP, the thought transmission that you're sending is your consciousness. And that's what they're going to feel. They're going to feel you. And they're going to feel that good part of you that already has love. Why? Because you are love. You've already got love, so it just makes logical sense that you and your SP would now get together, because you're ready for it. I understand love. I push love out everywhere I go. I love as many people as I can in a given day. And now I'm ready to meet my SP face to face, because I know they're in that loving place looking for love, and I'm in that loving place looking for love, and we're going to bump into each other because we're magnetically attracted, or gravity, or electrochemically, or whatever, however you want to imagine it. But we're going to be together because we have to be, because we are, because I've already manifested this, because I've already prepared the place. I just need to make sure I'm vibrating at the proper level. Your consciousness is key. Your consciousness is everything. If you're lacking in any place, if you're looking for things anywhere, you're keeping yourself from your dream. You have your dream already. It's inside of you. It's pushed out to a day where you feel good. The video I just did today or yesterday, it's already in existence. Allow it to happen. Allow it to unfold. Let it come to fruition. But keep your consciousness in the place that you are the thing you seek, and it will physically manifest before your eyes. Dan, RadioStyle.